Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you folks how I do a everyday contour. It's the look that I have on now. It's nothing too crazy or too heavy. It's very light and it doesn't look too chiseled but still gives your face a little bit of shape. I know not everyone wants to be chiseled for the gods all day, every day. So it kind of gives you an option to customize your look. And I'm going to be mentioning a bunch of products for you folks to check out. And it really depends on what you guys want to use the products for. If you're just looking to contour a little, if you're wanting to keep keep a bunch of different options, like if you want to invest in a palette, you can use this for an everyday contour and you can do this for an intense contour, or the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring palette. But if you're just looking to do like an everyday contour, maybe you want to invest in something a little bit cheaper, kind of like the NYC bronzer. I'll get more into all these products in the video, but I'm just kind of like giving you a brief summary of what I'll be talking about. Or another option that I'm going to be talking about in the video is just using foundation powders that are a couple shades darker and a couple shades lighter. But just remember that you want to look for something a little bit more cooler toned with gray undertones, or something that's warmer, that with orange undertones. But if you are looking for a product that you can use as a bronzer and a contour, then you kind of want a mixture of both. Something like the Nars Casino or the Kat Von D Shady Business. These two are both dark enough and has great undertones to be able to contour, but it's also orange enough to give you a bronze. So that's something to kind of think about when you're trying to decide what products to buy to do a contour. Of course, I wouldn't just stop here. I would do a highlight, some blush, a lip, but you know, for this video, because we're doing just a contour, I just thought I'd wear a contour so you can see it without all the other products that I normally use. If this is still too heavy for other people, you can definitely use less product. But if you know me, then this is like a really, really light. It still gives my face that skinty look. And most people, if you're going for an everyday contoured look, you definitely wouldn't contour your nose. So I don't have my nose contoured right now. But best believe that when we're done, I'm going to snatch that bad boy. Anyway, if you want to know how to get an everyday contoured look, then keep watching this video. So I'm going to start the video with my foundation and concealer and brows already done. And don't mind this. This is a pimple that I popped earlier and now it's just oozing and it won't stop. I'm going to be taking the Bahama Mama contouring shade, bronzing shade. I'll be taking the Bahama Mama and just lightly tapping the product onto my brush, not too much because this is an everyday contouring. Tap off the excess. And then you really just want to go where your natural cheekbones are, usually at the top of your ear. So go ahead and make that crazy face. You're going to find your cheekbones. And then just press your brush into the hollows, just lightly dabbing it. Focusing it right here. Like that's it. Like don't move it anywhere else. Pick up a little bit more product. Don't move it. Just keep it in this area for now. It's going to really help with your everyday contouring. So once that's done, you're going to go ahead and take the e.l.f. angled blush brush and just brushing it up to kind of just blend it out. No extra product on it. And you can pull it down towards your mouth. And don't go below it. You want to keep your contouring shades above that initial area that you applied. And if it's not intense enough for you, just go ahead and add more product. Keep in mind, it is easier to add product than to remove. So just be very careful when you are building the intensity and just really take your time and blend everything out. I know some people who only like a little, like a light contour. So you can stop there. If you have a little bit more time and you want to do a little bit more intense of a contour, you can go ahead and take a lighter shade. So like either a lighter powder, or you can use a banana shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring palette, or you can use the lyric shade from the D ShadeLight Palette, or you can use a lighter foundation, which is what I'm going to be using. And you're just going to tap this under your eye. And then below your contour. And you're good to go. But if you want to take it further, for those people who aren't okay with just this, you can go even deeper. So I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring shades. And then back to where I said to place your brush, right here, and just move it back and forth. And then taking the e.l.f. angled blush brush again and just pulling it down and brushing it up. And then again, I'm just going to highlight underneath. And you always want to make sure that you run a little bit of bronzer or contouring shades on your forehead. It kind of just helps balance everything out. And if you want like even a more chiseled look, you can take an angled foundation brush, something a little bit more stiffer. And for this, you kind of want a lighter shade of powder. You don't want nothing too cray. And just run it in that area that we applied product earlier. And then taking the brush again with no excess product. And that's how you achieve a everyday contoured look. The first product I want to talk about is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. This one is good for maybe light to medium skin tones. I don't think darker skin tones can use this. This is kind of like my skin color. But when I'm not so tanned, this is really good because it has a really nice gray undertone. It kind of is like, it's like an orangey gray. Like it can give you a chiseled look, but it can also contour your face at the same time. So this is a really good product and it's very cheap and affordable. Another option from the drugstore that is really cheap is the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powders. I have them in 3 different shades. This shade is really good for contouring. It's really dark, so this is definitely for medium to darker skin tones. Then I have another one. This one's a little bit more orange, and this one is in Antigua. Really pretty color. It's the same thing as the other one, the Wet n Wild. It's like orangey but gray at the same time. And this one's my favorite. This one is in Saint Lucia. It's not too dark. It's the lightest one out of them all, and it has nice gray undertones. Moving into like more higher end products, this is going to be the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. This one's really pretty, and this one's really good for like light to medium skin tones. It has that really nice gray undertones to really help chisel the face. I really, really, really like this one. This is just like kind of like a sample size, I think. These are from Too Faced. I actually got them in a set. They came like this in these little plastic containers. I still have one. This is the chocolate Soleil. And then I just popped them out and put in a little Z palette. They have like different shades. I think this one is a chocolate Soleil and this is like a little bit darker one. This one is another product that's really good for lighter to medium skin tones, to really help chisel the face these two don't ignore. They're just in the same palette. But these two will really be really good to help contour the face because it has really nice gray undertones. And this is a little bit more orangey, so really help bronze the face and give you a nice glow. And then another one is going to be the Bahama Mama. This one is really, really good. If you can get your hands on these, then you definitely should. As you can see, it's really deep, so it's good for medium to darker skin tones. Lighter skin tones can use that as well. Just use a really light hand, but it has such nice gray undertones and really gives you a good chiseled look. I think this one's like only $20 or something like that from the website, but this one is amazing. It's like my favorite, one of my favorite bronzers to contour with before I got contouring palettes. But I still use it and I still really, really, really like it. The next one's going to be from Kat Von D. It is the Shady Business 2. It's actually a bronzer. This will be really good. They actually have 1 and 2, so 1 will be better for lighter to medium skin tones, and this is going to be better for medium to darker skin tones. And this one is like orangey, but gray at the same time. I would use this more for like an all over contour, not so much in the hollows of my cheekbones. I would use something a little bit more gray, but this one's still a really good product. And the last Soleil product is going to be the Nars bronzer in Casino. They actually have a lot of different shades, and this one's kind of like the Kat Von D. It's pretty dang similar. It's a product that I would use to like all over the face contour. You can still use it to chisel out your cheekbones, but because it's not as gray undertones, it's not going to give you as nice of a cut, but it's still going to give you some kind of shade. And then another option that I've been really getting into lately to contour is just using a lighter and darker powder foundation. I have this in the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Powder Foundation. This is in medium 52 and I have medium 62. And then a cheaper foundation product that's really good that I like to use to contour is going to be the BH Cosmetics, their Pro Powder. I have 4 shades actually, so this is 205. And this is 215. And this is what I use to kind of like set my under eye concealer and then highlight under my eyes. And then I have 2 shades to kind of bronze my face and kind of contour. Like I said, more orangey undertone products aren't going to give you as much of a chiseled look, but it's going to really help you save money because you can do both 2 things with it. You can set your foundation and you can contour with them, and these are really inexpensive. I think they're maybe $5 or $7. Then my 2 favorite contouring palettes are going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring palette. It actually has 6 shades out of all these shades in here. I actually built this from her website and I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm not exactly sure what shades come in the pre-made contouring kit, but I'll make sure to leave the pre-made contouring kit linked down below. That way, if you don't want to pick up as much shades as me, you can definitely check it out. I do like to use different shades for like different parts of my face when I'm really trying to chisel out my look, which is why I got a bunch of different ones. And then one of my newer favorites is going to be the Kat Von D, the Shade and Light palette. It is amazing. I love their highlighting shades more than their contouring shades, but their contouring shades are really good as well. They're very gray undertone. There's not much orange to it, which is really good when it comes to contouring. So it really depends how you want your contour for an everyday contoured look. Do you want it softer? Do you want it not as intense? Do you want a darker shade? Do you want it to be more bronzy? Do you want it to be more gray? Is all these different things that you need to take into mind when choosing your product to do your everyday contouring. 2 of my affordable favorite brushes to contour with is going to be the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush and then the e.l.f. Mineral Powder Brush. I like to start off with this brush. It's pretty similar to the Morphe M437, which is like my all-time favorite contouring brush. I included it inside of a monthly favorites. Hope this video taught you folks a thing or 2, or maybe some products to check out. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Click subscribe, stick around for more videos, and until next time, bye.